Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smashport show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, we're out on the road at the moment at John Cain Arena, but let's go up to our friends up in Queensland. Of course, we're heading to the Gold Coast in particular and speak with the Southport Sharks under 17 youth girls team. And of course, they're getting ready for the upcoming 2022 season. Of course, we've got three very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about it. Thanks all three for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Good to be here.
I'll get all three to introduce yourselves and tell us what position you're hoping to play once the season gets underway.
Okay, I'll go first. My name's Caitlin Mercer. I'm currently 16 years of age and I'm hoping to play sweeper or centre half back.
My name's Lizzie. I'm 16 years old and I'm hoping to play somewhere in the midfield.
Hi, my name's Ileana. I turned 17 yesterday and I'm hoping to play Rock Rover or somewhere in the midfield.
Before I go to my first question, happy birthday for yesterday.
Thank you.
So I guess my first question I'm going to ask is, how's the pre-season been like for the team?
So good. It's so good to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Good
I feel like
vibes.
the London atmosphere with this new team that we have is like way better than all the previous years. Like, I love this team so much.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's just like the mix of different like ages and abilities. It's like really good.
Yeah, it's great culture.
Yep.
I'm assuming this is almost a very similar team to the one maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. How good is it to sort of be back together after obviously a year or 2 years from being separated because obviously the age difference?
Yeah, well, I remember playing with Caitlin around 2 to 3 years ago. We played in the same team for, I think, a year or two. So it's good to have her back and playing in the same team. I always love having her in the team. It's always the best.
Thanks, Illy. Yeah, it's been really good. It's good to see some familiar faces back out on the field. It's always good to see someone you know every time you come to training and you know how they play, you know how they get together on footy. So, yeah.
So what's the expectations on the team this year?
Work hard, be determined.
Yes.
Good words,
Get
Liz.
together. Grow
Yes.
and develop skills as well as win a few games, hopefully.
Yes.
Celebrate
And
the
I feel
good
like,
wins.
yeah, we want to take the win this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I reckon we can with the team that we have because we're so, how would you say?
Focus.
Like,
I reckon we're
we-
determined.
Yeah, our team's really determined this year. We've all put our step forward and been like, well, what do we want to achieve this year? What are our goals? And we've all come together during pre-season and we've worked out like what we need to improve on, just getting our head in the game for our first game to come around.
Tell us a bit about your coaches.
Oh, Paulie.
I love Paulie.
He's great. Love him.
Love him. He's been my favourite coach throughout the years of footy. I've played footy for 5 years now. This is my 6th year. And Paul by far has been my favourite.
Yeah, Paul's really understanding. This is my 6th year of footy as well. And I've had him last year as well, being from under 15. So it's just really great to see how he like trains and how he talks to the girls and just gives a lot of theory behind the prac that we do as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I haven't had him at all. It's only my 2nd year of footy. So, yeah, I'm keen for the season with him. I know he's a good coach and everything, like teaches a lot of new experiences and stuff for the girls. So I'm excited.
How good is it to have a coach that's also the president?
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Being able to understand basically everything that's happening at the club and to know where everyone's at and not for only our team to push and succeed, he can do it with all the rest. So we're all united as one, as a club, which is really good.
Yeah. We have a big family morals in our club. So like being able to know where everyone comes from and how we can like develop, and sometimes we train with them as well. It just shows us and gives us a good connection. And like, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's like really endeavored in like the girls' footy. Like as he like last night, it was like real hard-hearted like towards the girls' footy, and it's like amazing to see like he's pushing for it. You know what I mean?
Considering, what's been happening in Queensland with the floods and everything like that, have you been affected at all?
Yeah, 100%. Our training ovals were basically a swimming pool for the past 2 weeks, but we still managed to go up to the sheds or in our changing rooms and still do workouts and fitness and looking through game procedures that we can do and just talking about what's going to be happening on game day, basically.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about how all three got involved in the sport. Where did it all start and why did you choose it?
So I personally got involved because my brother played. So my brother, he was about, I'd say he was in under 9s, under 8s, and I just kept looking at him and I saw him on the field and I was like, it's boring sitting here. Why don't I go have a crack? And at that time, they've just brought in the under 13s. So I thought I'd just go down. I started in under 10s actually, under 10s boys, and I just transitioned through. And yeah, just saw Max and wanted to have a go.
Last year was my first year, so I don't actually really know how it came about. It was just like one of the coaches at Sharks, he sort of approached me because I know him from netball, and and he was like encouraging me to come down, have a play, and then first training and I loved it. So yeah.
That's good. Well, how I started was I moved to Gold Coast when I started year 6. So, and I'm in year 11 now. So when I lived in Byron before this, we had like the boys team that played, and I was doing dance at the time, and I saw them playing and I was like, oh, that would be so much fun playing, but you don't see much girls playing. So me and my girlfriends at the time, we were like, well, let's do it. Let's try it out. We'll play with the boys. Let's just do it. So I started in year 5 and then proceeded when I came to the Gold Coast. I found out that it was more of a professional standard up on the Gold Coast. So I started playing at Southport and I loved it ever since there. I never left.
Will be some highlights throughout all three of your football journeys so far?
Definitely stuff that stand out to me throughout my footy journey was probably meeting all the new people and transitioning from the boys footy and seeing the girls footy. The first girls team, in my opinion, was like one that I held very close to my heart, and like we all just connected so well, and it was just everyone was new to the sport. Everyone just kind of merged and it was just great. And yeah, that was probably one of my best highlights. And probably we got the grand final. We got into the grand final that year as well. So that was amazing. We lost, but it was just still such a thrill. So yeah.
Nice.
Probably like, I don't know, for me, probably just like the first match I played last year, I was like so nervous. But like all the girls like support and stuff like that, it just like brings up your vibes, makes you motivated, and like, I don't know, just so much fun.
I think my highlight would be when I first started playing up on the Gold Coast. I got moved. I played, as I was in under 15s, I played a couple games in the under 17s while I was 14 or so. So I was a little young one playing with them. But just what Lizzie was saying, just the support of all the girls pushing you, and just like the love and support basically is like the best feeling that you could ever get. Knowing that you have someone behind you that's always having your back no matter what. That was the best.
So what does the sport of footy mean to all three, and especially playing for the Southport Sharks?
I'll go first, guys. To me, footy is something that I can escape with, something I can just leave everything behind the white line, and once I step over, I am in a different world and I can just do footy and be my best. It is Yeah, and in particular playing for Southport because it's like a family and everyone just gets along. So it's just like, oh, I'm leaving the school life behind and going to my second family, like second home. So yeah.
I know, like for Sharks, it's like, in footy in particular, it's like a reward. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You like just let go and just have some fun and some competitive opponents, and yeah, just give your all for like your teammates and just do what you can to get by, type of thing.
Yeah, I think it's mostly the second family to me, knowing that no matter what's happening at home or at school, knowing that I always have my girls that are always there for me. Even the coaches, Paul since day one has always been there, always checking up on me. It's just the love I felt straight away as soon as I started at the club. That's one of the reasons why I've never left, is the support. It's so good.
What have all three learnt from each other?
Oh, how to have a good laugh. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like no matter what, yeah. I feel like no matter what, as soon as I see the girls' faces, no matter if I've had a pretty bum day, as soon as I see them, it's an instant smile. It's, oh, hey, Lizzie, hey, Kate. It's always...
You just light up. Like, it's such a good feeling knowing that someone, like, from another place is just there and they're going to support you. And it's just amazing.
Yeah. It's just like, like they've got your back, and like, I don't know, just the support all the girls bring is it's just incredible.
I'm going to ask the most silliest question ever, but what's all three future ambitions in the sport of footy? I'm assuming, considering the Sharks are now in the Quaffle W this year, in the scene women, is that one of the future ambitions for all three?
Yes, definitely. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, good work, Liz.
That's convincing, Lizzie.
But no, I reckon, yeah, obviously, no matter what, I know particularly I want to keep going with sport. I want to either see how far I can get with footy and use that to the support of either coaching, somewhere along those lines. But yeah, I think I'd love to see all the girls playing in like the women's team as soon as, obviously, after the under-17s. It'd be so nice.
Yeah, I'd love to play in the women's team. I think it'd be so cool, like playing at that elite level, experiencing that mindset. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, sure.
So what would be your advice to people that should get involved in footy, especially down there at Southport?
Oh, do it. Come down, have a kick.
Yeah,
No, it's so fun. You wouldn't regret it at all. Like, it's just great. Like, do it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to play, there's always so many opportunities at Southport Sharks for you to do. Like, the community here, the support, like, it's just through the roof at this point.
Yeah,
come join the family.
Yeah, exactly. All welcome with open arms.
So you might as well tell us, when's your training nights and whereabouts is it?
Ooh, it's Monday and Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30.
Yeah.
I always get there at like 5:30, so I don't actually know when it starts. So.
All of us girls usually get for like an extra kick or two and a quick warm up, so we know that we're training on point at 5, so we don't have to do a warm up and then kickstart practice. But we train on the back ovals. The women's team trains on the front ovals while we train.
Let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment so far in the preseason, and what was it?
I'd say since the rain, there's probably been a couple slips in the mud. After
a couple of face plants.
Wouldn't be a first.
Everyone has their fair share of that. Gosh. Sleeping by birds. That's another one. The plovers. They'll swarm the whole team, and like we'll all just be running in all different directions. Oh, that's so funny. It just like they start squawking, and just everyone just freezes and like scatters straight after. It's so bad. Oh.
Especially during warm-up runs, especially because they nest up near the trees, and there's a little corner that we run around, and as soon as we get to that corner, you just see all of them start squawking, and then everyone all yells. You hear someone go, "Run!" And then we all
yeah. Oh, it's crazy. But yeah,
that's
probably can't nail it down to one person. We're always guilty as each other.
Yeah, that is true. Can't decide on one.
Who's the comedian and the best singer?
I'll take best singer.
Yeah, that's easy.
Really?
Comedian.
I feel like with the atmosphere that we have, everyone has their little part. I feel like everyone's a comedian.
Yeah, you weren't mean to me. Yeah. You weren't mean to me, and I just start laughing at you, and then you're just like, oh.
Normally I say the best dancer, but I'm going to change it to who's into their TikToks, and is any of them TikTok famous?
Oh my!
Illy,
come on, surely you.
We're getting there.
She definitely is.
Slowly but surely, we'll get there.
I don't think they get as much recognition as they should.
Oh, you know who's TikTok famous? Jazzy. Jazzy's TikTok famous.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah,
she's
she gets like
popular.
200,000 views.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got a good
crazy.
friend, Jazzy.
Yeah.
She's good. She's got quite the outstanding TikTok followers and likes.
Okay. So how many TikTok followers do you have, Ellie?
We've got 4,653.
Wow.
That's actually pretty good.
How many does Jazzy have?
Oh, she's got like. Oh yeah, you have a look because I don't have my phone.
She's got
good likes, like a like to views.
Oh, she's got a good number. She's got 21.7K.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Now that's a full send. That's out.
Okay, so considering you're on TikTok a fair bit, Ellie, if I come up to Queensland sometime throughout your year and watch you play, I'm assuming you're going to show me some TikTok dances I should know about.
Yeah, of course. I'm up to date with all of them. All of them.
Okay. Do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Oh, I've got to have a good breakfast. Toast. That is my superstition. So toast.
Toast.
And I've got to wear the right polo. I have 2 polos and one lucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make sure, this sounds really bad and I hope no one else does this, I always have to get my gear the morning of the game. I can never prep it the night before. Otherwise, I've known that every time I do that before a game, something always goes wrong.
Okay.
No matter what.
I don't think I know. I retape my water bottle before every game. I don't know. I put my name on my water bottle and I just retape it before every game.
Any good nicknames in the team we should know about?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Jordan is Mad Dog because she sees red every time she sees person.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Mad Dog Donnelly, we call her. Well, old 15. Yeah, it's crazy. We all scream pineapples because that's her like code word to go nuts.
Yeah, that is.
But, yeah.
Pineapple.
Pineapples, yeah. She has to have a red skin, so she goes crazy. She's a weird
Just
one.
gave me a great idea when I come to Queensland and watch his play. Thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like all the
bad
nicknames that
Redskins.
I give everyone are just like shorter words of like their first name. See,
Yeah.
for Lizzie, I'd go like Lizzo, and for Caitlin, I'd go like Kate. And then like I even have one for Paul. I'll just call him Paulie.
Yeah, I've started using Paulie.
Yeah, I feel like that one's just kicked on for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call Illy Ill Dog. I know.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
Sure.
it's easy.
Mention about pre-game superstition or rituals. Do you have a pump-up song to hype yourself up before a game?
Do you girls have one?
Illy
Yeah,
will
I
have
actually
100%.
I do. Always got the speaker with me.
What are you
We've
searching it up?
We've actually got, it's called Swing. That's
Oh,
what
yeah?
it's called.
Wing.
It's a good pump up song before a game.
Oh yeah.
Always carrying the speaker into the change rooms until Paulie says zip it. And that's
Mhm.
when heads are got to be turned on into the game. We're ready to go.
Yeah. I know like One Direction and Justin Bieber always makes an appearance for the
Oh,
pre-game
no.
tunes. So
Oh, no.
that's always,
Always
my
got the sing and
experience.
dance
Something to look
alongs.
forward to.
All three, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us. It's awesome having all three on the show, and can't wait to come up to Queensland again to watch this time. Hopefully, watch his play throughout the season, and can't wait to come watch the under-17 girls in action for Southport throughout 2022, and hopefully maybe a grand final appearance and maybe a premiership towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
Let's
sweet.
go.
So much.
Thank you. We'd appreciate that so much. And
Yeah.
especially with the TikTok dances that'll happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Bring a packet of Redskins. Get on everyone's good side.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
No worries, and of course that is the Southport Sharks under-17 youth girls team. Of course, we'll put all the details up if you want to get involved and support the youth girls in 2022. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.